What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Happy Monday. If you're here, not only it's Monday, but you love yourself some good whiskey and you believe Mondays suck. I'm your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Jack Bigadoo, but I'm known on this whiskey street as the Hood Sommelier. And this show always happened with our man, another man, myth, and legend, the Eminem of not Michigan, not Detroit, but Chicago, the man that knows how to tell people screw you without ever saying it. The man, the dad that actually do soccer, basketball, all of it around the world. My man, he's known as Lewis, but we know him as Bourbon Mills, Bourbon Stills and Mills. What's up, Lewis?
What up, dog? Again,
You know
every
what time?
intro
You know
is
what time it is. You
you know
know
what
what
time it
time
is.
it is. We just keep it G and we just keep it cool
Only
around
keep it
this
G.
part.
Only keep it G. Every intro is better and better. I always gotta tell you that,
You know,
dog.
I told you I'm never going to miss. I'm not missing any of the intros. I'm going great. So we've been off for 2 weeks.
Yep.
So many things happened. Just to recap, y'all, life I've been lifing. So wanted to make sure I share some update with y'all so you know. Um, give me a second when I actually share this real quick with the people on Beyonce's internet so they know what is happening in Ontario. All right, I'm sharing with the folks in Canada as well, and in our YouTube. And if you hear, make sure you put a hi in the comment so you know you hear. And if you're obviously on YouTube, make sure you sign in. We'll love to see your comment. We'll love to see you around. Yeah. The subject of the day is tariffs are in, stocks are down. We need a drink. So before even we start talking, what are we pouring? What are you pouring? What are you pouring yourself today?
So a couple of weeks ago, I helped out a local restaurant by me called Burnt Barrel, and I did some promotion. And for it, I got a bottle of their pick, their single barrel. So I'm
Okay.
drinking. Yeah. So this is 135.2 proof. I
That
figure is great.
those old Foresters for me are just too dang hot.
This one is perfect, dude, and it doesn't. I'm with you on that normally, but this one does not drink too hot. Like it doesn't drink like the 135, or like 135 proof. Like this one is amazing. So when you come down to the spot, you can try this. Like it's damn good.
It's just they are so dang hot. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I can do it though. It's like it's just too much. But
Yeah.
anyway, uh, just want to make sure everybody, if you hear us, I'm saying hello, saying how everyone doing. Um, if you're here, we are all saying jello,
Jello.
jello. So a few update. Let me see what am I gonna pour. You know what? I'm gonna pour uh the appointment we missed.
Oh, okay. Were those the same? Were
Uh,
those the samples you sent me?
yeah,
Okay.
you just hold on to those.
Yeah, I got it. I didn't know what those were when you sent them. I didn't have no idea what
Yeah,
those
we were supposed to have an interview, so I said you samples.
were.
That's what happened when we do interviews. I make sure
Yeah.
you get samples.
No, I
You
know that,
know?
but I couldn't remember. I was because they're like one, two, and three, and I'm just like it just went one ear out the other that I forgot we had an interview.
Yeah, yeah.
Again,
What
you've
do
been
you
lifing,
call it?
dude. So it's like, yeah.
Kentucky Nectar from what do you call it? From our friends in Kentucky, the new brand, the new Pappy
Yep.
brand coming in, but Commonwealth Distilling, we'll have them on.
All
We'll
right.
have them on.
And real
Uh,
quick, give a little love out to Kentucky. They're going through it right now. So
yeah, so a few updates, and then we're gonna talk about what's happening in the industry right now, and few updates. Personal update. Last week we couldn't do the show because Lewis had to be a dad, so we don't blame him for that. He had to be a dad.
had to be a dad.
take care of and take care of. So we love ourselves a good dad. So Louis, for always being a good dad.
Thank you.
Personally, uh, I
What's up, Levon?
what's up, Levon? What's up? Thank you so much for being here. So personal update. About 2 weeks ago, I lost my dad. So it has been something that took kind of a toll on me for a second there. So I just dealing with it little by little. Nothing really crazy, but I'm trying to kind of balance things. So I need to do preparations. You guys are the first one on the internet to know that my dad passed away 2 weeks ago, and I need to make preparation to go to Africa and kind of bury him with the family and whatnot. So things haven't been the way I want to. You'd wake up. Grief is a weird thing. You wake up some days you're okay, and you wake up some days and you're like, I'm not so good today. Uh, I wanted to have a cigar Saturday. The weirdest thing is I haven't had a cigar in over 3 months, and I can't have one because I either can have one last weekend or this week because in 2 weeks I start the Ascot competition.
Ah,
Taste. So I don't have cigars 3 weeks before competition.
you messed
Thank
with
you
the
so
palate.
much. Thank you so much, Statics. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, I start judging the Ascot. So it's one of those things that it's like when it's judging time, I can't have any cigar like 2 weeks before judging anything. So just to keep my palate integrity. So whoa. And I went to actually pull the cigar out, and my dad is a heavy smoker. Since I've been a kid, like the first errand when I started walking is him sending me to go buy him a pack of cigarette. That's what I remember as my dad as my first thing in. And like I pulled the cigar out and I smelled the tobacco and I started bawling. And I'm like, out of nowhere. And
Yeah.
when I got the news, I wasn't even emotional. I was like, okay, my dad is dead. But Saturday, I pulled out the cigar. And I smelled the tobacco, just took me back. And I look at myself like, motherfucker, why you crying? Right? It was like then I remembered that that's my dad. My dad and cigar smell is literally like I remember when I was in trouble, the breath of after smoke of cigarette was more intense than anything else. So I lost my dad, and um my a week after that, last week, I also lost my daughter lost her grandfather on my ex-wife's side. So that was my father-in-law, and we buried him this morning. So things have just been happening personally, and there is something about how you feel and how creativity goes. And when things don't go so well, there's like you're not creative enough to actually just be there. So even I've recorded episodes already, and I had like things that I needed to push out, but I just couldn't do it. So but life is gonna keep going.
Yep.
Still making arrangement. Show will still go until June, because in June I'll be gone for a month to go bury my dad and take care of things I need to be. But yeah, those were personal updates. Yeah, personal update. So cheers. I'll raise a glass to my dad and my father-in-law. May they
Here's
rest
the
in.
dads.
Yes, absolutely. Here's the dads.
I mean, it's always when you get those little remembrance. Because I lost my dad in 2021. I lost him to cancer, and I still haven't found time to grieve for that yet. It still hasn't hit me, and I think it once I have like maybe like kind of like that one remembrance that you had, it'll probably hit me. But it's I mean, how you handle grief is it's how you handle it. It's never easy, but at the end of the day, just remember the memories that you had, and you go from there.
Yeah, yeah. So Um, Thank you, Levon. Thank you for all the people on Facebook. Just make sure you give us a thumbs up, you give us a heart, and share this with your friend because we're done talking about personal update. Let's get into the show.
Yep.
So, before we even get to the subject, right? I always like to do a few things in preparation for the show just to see how things are going. Let's talk about the news. Let's talk about the news because right now,
Oof.
the news is full of a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff. Um, let news wise, let's start with the biggest news: Buffalo Trace. So our heart goes out to Buffalo Trace. Um, Weather is a bitch, and I said this already. Uh, like right now, I'm telling you, the way Kentucky weather have been acting
Yeah,
the last 18 months, in a year and a half from now, I don't know. I really, I'm curious about what type of whiskey is going to come out of Kentucky. The
dude.
winter was way longer than needed to be. They've had way more snow than the average, place in the world. And I would love to hear your thought on Kentucky weather and how you believe that's going to affect the whiskey. Because honestly, I feel like Kentucky weather be acting different, right?
I mean, it's different everywhere. Like even in
Correct.
Illinois, we've had more tornadoes in Illinois in the past 2 years than we've had in forever. So it's like it's happening everywhere. But with Kentucky right now, I
Like
mean, number
winter was way longer than it needed to be. Like the
yeah,
coldest, like Kentucky people crying about scooping snow like we were in Chicago or in Nebraska
yeah,
was like it wasn't computing in my brain. So I would love to hear your thoughts when it comes to what do you believe is happening in Kentucky? How do you think it's gonna affect the whiskey? Because I feel like those long winters and those waiver weather. So first, our heart goes out to Buffalo Trace. Frankfurt, Kentucky was hit by a lot of water inundation hit Frankfurt, and right now they're going through it. Rake houses are filling up, and they say water is gonna keep filling up
keep filling
or
up.
going up for a while. So I'm hoping for a fast solution for them. That's a beautiful campus, and I will hate to see it underwater siege. Water is a terrible thing. People in Florida will tell you water is the worst thing that can happen to anything. It destroy anything and really leaves so much shit on the road. So for all of you guys, if you're in Frankfurt, if you're Kentucky, if you obviously heard of anything they're doing to help Buffalo Trace, we know Sazerac can be the enemy sometime in the whiskey industry, but people at Buffalo Trace are good people. They're great
Yep,
families that are producing good whiskey for you. If you
yep.
still want to see your Blantons out there, whatever we can do to help to keep this coming, that's what we will do. So if you're here, thank you so much. You're here. It's Monday. Again, I would love to see some thumbs up. I would love to see some comment what you think of what's happening in Kentucky right now as we actually produce. We continue in this conversation. So weather is going crazy. Buffalo Trace is hit by water. Tariffs,
Oh,
tariffs. The word of the day. The word of the day is tariffs, right? No one like to hear it. No one want to talk about it. Everybody think it's no one understand it. Um, and I'm gonna make a statement. I'm drinking cast strength whiskey, so I can make this statement. We know most people that actually, the whiskey industry, especially the American whiskey industry, is seen more as you know right leaning when it comes to people that actually are in the whiskey industry. I mean, I've been to Kentucky multiple times. Governor is amazing, but most people in government in Kentucky are not so progressive in their way of thinking. So that is a fact. But
yep.
one thing I know is tariff is not doing. If Canadians are here, I want to hear what Canadians have to say. What have you been seeing in the stores? Right, that's what I want to know. Like, I want Canadian people to tell me what haven't been seeing in stores. What really, because I don't know. I'm the guy who doesn't really trust the news, even though I should trust the news. But I want to see if you, in the last 3 weeks, have you been to the store looking for some Maker's Mark or some, some Russells or some, and you couldn't find it, right? That's something I would love to see. If you're watching the recast, put in a comment. I will read it later. I would love to see what's happening, right? If you if you're Canadian and you are not able to see something in the store, I would love to see if you're seeing the effect of it. Obviously, tariff is going to affect a lot of things, but most of people don't think about this. When they say tariff is going to affect goods, I'm going to stay in the realm that we know, which is whiskey.
Yeah.
So the whiskey realm, obviously, the first effect we've seen is retaliation, right? So we're going to talk about the liquid itself. Retaliation means that some people will say fuck it, like Canada, and say we pulling your product off the shelf. We don't give a shit. We'll pull it off, right?
Yep.
Some people may actually say, me that like single malt whiskey, right? Anything coming from Europe or coming from those auction now, we were already bitching. Like I'll give you just some stat from 2019 to 2025, 2024. Some Irish whiskey, some like Macallans of the world, the Octomores of the world, the whiskeys that I love and respect, the Blue Spot of the world, have literally tripled
Yep.
in like retail. We're not talking like values, and they blamed it on what do you call it, supply chain, and they blamed it on COVID, and they blame it on the EU and the new regulation. Now, if we thought that was bad,
Shit.
because remember, what people don't understand is when prices go up in whiskey, for some odd reason, they never come back down ever. I'm like, stock, COVID was done, everything is done, but nothing come down. I'm like, okay, after you got now bottles and you got supply chain, why is the price ain't coming down?
Because they got to make the money that they lost
Correct.
before all that.
So that's where I stand. I say this tariff thing is gonna be the same thing, right? We are gonna see prices from single malt, Scotch, Irish whiskey, all those are gonna be affected. And
And and also remember when you were talking, remember the couple of shows ago we were talking about the new budget, which with yours was like 50 to 60, $70. You ain't seeing that shit no more. Like it's gonna hurt, man.
it's
And so
it's gonna hurt
it's gonna hurt.
more, even in the sense that your budget single malt, your budget whiskey are no longer gonna be your budget. No longer gonna be in your budget. Now, I know it sounds weird. Silver lining, extra whiskey for us in the US. I know it's gonna sound weird, but silver lining, extra whiskey, which means maybe our whiskey prices are gonna see a decline
I'm,
because we can push it out, so we may have to push it in. Like I
yep.
really want to know what people think about it because I feel like I'm the only one that is coming up with all these theories in my head. So we'll love to see comments. Definitely we'll love to see comments. But you know,
I mean, I think that you're gonna see a lot more allocations now. Like you're gonna start seeing,
a lot less or a lot more.
I think a lot more. Because now they're going to try and want to make as much money as they possibly can now. So I think that you're going to start seeing a little bit more of the allocation bottles that pop up. That's just me. Now
But
the
if
prices.
no one buying Fireball anymore, and no one is buying, I'm serious, no one is buying on the bottom shelf, and there's an excess of bottles on that distributors. I've worked in distribution. If they can move something, they have to bring the prices down. Bringing the price
Mhm.
down, making deals mean that we, the consumer, get to see more.
Well, yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, you'll see more of the. You'll see more of the. I think that they're going to be popping out more of the. Like I said, the more of the allocation bottles are going to be harder to find. Now the prices are going to drop probably, But now they're going to have to try to make as much money as they possibly can because they know prices are going to go up. They're going to lose. They're going to take a hit on something, so they're going to try and wheel people in the best way that they can. Well, I think whiskey in the U.S. is going to go up in price, and you'll see more. See, he even said the same thing. You're going to see more allocations.
Really?
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're going to see more allocations because
Let me know if you agree with this because
real.
I think it's the opposite.
I don't know. I think you're going to start. I think you're going to start seeing more. Like because again, I think the people now are knowing the prices are going to go up. But now it's going to be like, what are you going to be willing to spend? So it's like now, if you see an allocation, if the price, I think that the normal risky prices on whiskey right now are going to go up. But then I think the allocations. Now I could have this wrong, but I think the allocations are going to pop up more, but they're going to go down because they're going to try and
Really?
figure out how to make more of their money back. Because they're going to, I mean, again, they're going to take a huge nut. But then again, everyone doesn't want to pay secondary right now. No one's going to pay that. And they're actually not going to pay it now. So it's like,
I
if
mean, no
they
one's
can
gonna
get,
want to pay secondary. That's true.
but now I feel if they get the allocations out there, if they get more of the allocations bottle now, and they're going to take what, $200-$300 off that to make more money now off that, more off of allocations. That's, that's just my feel of it. That's just what I think. Like now I agree, like the bottom shelves are going to probably go up maybe 10 or 15, $20 more. But I think you're going to start seeing anything more Pappy lineup, anything more Elmer Teely, Rock Hill Farm. Like I think you're going to start seeing like the antique collection. I think you're going to start seeing it more.
But not necessarily seeing it more in the sense of like more available to people.
No, I think you're going to see it more available to people. I think you're going to see it more available to people.
But the
I
price is
think
gonna
it's going to
go up.
I I think you're going to no. I think on those rare allocations, you're going to see it more. The prices on that are either slightly going to go down. Everything else that's normal, I think you're going to see that it's going to go up. That's
Somebody's
what I think.
saying they don't see the price going down. Okay. So I'm okay. I guess that's why I want people to actually intervene because I really want to know the feel of what is gonna happen or how people see it. Because for me, I feel like it's more like it will not be weird anymore to buy a 107, right? It will not be
Yeah.
weird anymore to buy, to buy to see some Weller just popping up.
Well, that's what I like. Because right now, the most that's popping up right now is the special reserve. That's the most that you do see.
Correct,
I mean,
correct.
you you may see an occasional because right now Weller out here is going for 25, 30 at the most. So, but now I think now you're going to start seeing more 107s. Now, I think the 107 price that the last time that I paid for it out here was about maybe 80 to $100.
Yeah, that's about right.
But I think now you're going to see more of it, which is going to they're going to probably do a set price maybe at $70 because they're going to try it. Again, I agree with Will. They're going to try and make their nuts somehow. Um, so I think you're going to start seeing
Oh, at
more
their
Weller.
gift shop where, yeah, and showing up in the store here in Indiana. Yeah, okay, okay.
Now with Buffalo Trace, now again, my heart goes out to them. Now I'm assuming there's going to be insurance that's going to be paid out for all that because obviously, like that was a natural disaster for them.
No, you got to remember, I'm in insurance. Floods are different than regular claims,
Oh, really?
and most of areas that are not by FEMA set as flood areas, if you don't have flood insurance, you just shit out of luck.
And plus, if you think about it, and you're in an area where that's not normal flooding, you maybe not even want to get that or invest in that
Correct.
because depending on
So
how
it's
much that
not
is.
it's not always a thing. So I just hope that they were prepared for it. We
But
will
again,
pray.
okay, so if that's the case, more reason to see allocations more pop up now because they're going to need to make as much money as they can for the cleanup. That's just me. That's just
Remember,
me.
they're owned by Sazerac. Sazerac have money. Buffalo Trace may not have money, but Sazerac have money.
I get
So
it. But
so
again, would they rather?
The one thing I'm gonna say also when it comes to tariff is the cost of goods, because we talked about the liquid, right?
Yeah.
But the liquid is not the only thing. Bottle cost.
Oak barrels.
Remember, also most a lot of people may not know this. Who can guess which country makes our bottling line? I want to hear in the comment. Can you guess the country that make the machine that makes people's bottle line? Like put the stamp on it. Like if you see like a Michter's and they have all those labels and that. Yeah, glass is gonna go up. Yeah. No, not Mexico. Not Mexico. It's not even in the US continent. It's not in the Americas. Who can guess? There's only one company that make all those things. They make it for beer companies sometime, and they make it for mostly for alcohol.
Isn't Italy?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
country. Is Italy?
it's Italy. Yeah.
Yeah. If you
And the
ever
only
been to
reason
a
why.
distillery, Germany, oh, you that was a good guess. That was a good guess. That was good, that Thomas, but no, it's Italy.
Yep.
There's one company that actually makes all of us. They make one from Michter's, they made the one from Woodford. They were all the people that have sophisticated label.
I could be wrong, but I think Smoke Wagon. I think their bottles are from
Even
Italy.
then, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They literally specialize in custom label making,
Yep.
and they make the machine. They will line it up for you. They will adjust it for you. Yeah, Italy.
Yep.
That's the country. Yeah,
I had to think about that for a second. I was like, I'm like, it could be Italy. I'm like, is it? I'm like, yeah. So
right.
yeah.
So the country is, yeah, you guessed it, Italy. That's where most things. So those things are gonna now start costing more, right? What is we have to think about corks. Not all
Yep.
corks are made in America,
Nope.
right? Not all corks are glass, right? Somebody put it before. Glass is the first thing I think of. Glass is literally the first thing I think of. Cost of glass gonna go up, right? Now, machine is going up, glass is going up, cork is going up.
The fuel to run those machines is going to go up.
No, no, there's one thing that we're not even thinking about. There's one thing that people don't think about.
uh,
One more thing is gonna go up.
Whiskey related?
Hmm. I'm gonna write it in a comment, and if you guessed it, I'm gonna post it.
Oh, the mash bill, the ingredients. I said barrel earlier.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I said barrel, or I said the barrels.
So the barrel to finish. Most of us are, American single malt is the new high thing, right? It's a new hot
Yeah.
thing. So Fino, Pedro Jimenez, Sherry are all from literally, right. Oh, we got. I'm loving this. We got comments coming in.
Yeah.
Somebody say you likely will see high volume brand like Fireball having to go down to make up for the lost volume. Obviously, mid-tier high will go up, and anything that is high allocate will likely get higher and less available. Except, I don't know. Joe. I don't know. I don't know,
See?
Joe. I think I'm on the opposite side of that spectrum.
See, I told you.
I don't know how y'all are seeing it that way because I'm totally on the other side. I'm feeling
Because
like
right now, dude, think about it right now. Like, I would, okay, you can call me a tater or whatever you want, but I want a bottle of Pappy 15 year. I would probably say I like now, and again, because of everything that's going on with Buffalo Trace, and I feel like now I may have a better chance to get it. Now, is it still going to be at the price that I like? But I'm probably not. But I'm probably sure it's going to be a little bit more enticing than what it is right now. And because now everyone wants allocations, but no one's wanting to spend it. So if the
Correct.
allocations come out and the money goes down a little bit more, I think people are really going to be biting on that because they're never going to see it at that price again. You know what I'm saying? Think about when gas goes down. When you see gas is like $2 or something, like $2 fucking a gallon, the gas station's flooded. And then in the next week it goes up $4. So it's like if you're going to get it while it's hot, like, you know what I'm saying? I think people are going to bite on that more. I think they're going to forget inflation, and I think no, let me rephrase that. I think the whiskey community is going to forget inflation when it comes to seeing more allocations, and if they can afford that, they're going to buy that more. That's how they're going to. I think that's how they're going to make a little more of their nut back.
I didn't even think about this. A lot of immigrant work in in distilleries and in the fields for grains,
Yep.
right? So deportation is literally a whole nother issue. Me, I'm an immigrant from a different country. I'm now a U.S. citizen, and I understand how hard it is for people, but I know how hard people work in the field
Yeah.
to help with crops and make sure that now I think what it used to be 60 or 70% of our rye came from Canada, but now the rye is coming from about what 50% because Michigan, Minnesota, and somebody else is producing rye right now. So our
Yep.
ability to get rye is a little different, but uh rye is gonna go up, cost of rye. So we need to understand that more people are gonna be affected by this tariff. I just saw somebody from I wonder if was Australia hit with tariff too?
I didn't hear anything about Australia. I
I
mean,
don't think Australia was hit with tariffs.
basically right
Okay.
now it's China, Mexico, Canada,
The
and
UE, a lot of countries in the UE.
yep. Like, I mean, those are the biggest ones right now, and I think China is the one retaliating the most right now, because I think they just came back with 34, if I'm not wrong, 34% tariff or 43%. Numbers are reversed, but tariffs on us now. So shit is about to get crazy. Like,
So one of the things I actually, believe it or not, a lot of people, there is a rule I've learned a long time about stocks that
oh,
I've
dude.
applied. Um, the rule of stocks for me is if I use it, if I believe in it, I need to own it. That's my rule of stock, which means stocks that I own are companies that I use, company that I, company that I use the product. I believe in the company, and it's like I heard this lecture Warren Buffett one time why he actually had Coke stocks for the longest
Yeah.
time. He said he used to drink 3 Cokes a day. So he would drink one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening. That's literally what he drink 3 Cokes a day. And he realized I drink this every day. Why don't I own part of it? Right? I
Yep.
have to have a stock on it. So that's a rule that I've had. What that means is that I have Brown Foreman stocks because I love their whiskeys and I love their scotch. And I have MGP stocks,
Oh, yeah.
which I actually love their product too. You know what happened to those two stock in the last 3 days? This is currently MGP in the last 3 months. See what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like if your toddler decided to go down the stairs. All right. This is
I don't mean to
MGP in
laugh
the
at that.
last
I'm
three
laughing
months.
at your toddler comment. Oh, man.
And this is Brown Foreman in the last 3 months. Right.
What
So
was the original share price before this one? Like, that's you know what I'm saying? Like, what it was in the very beginning to where it's at right now.
Yeah, but that's literally where I put it. It's 3 months. If we go back 3 months, that's when everything started.
Yeah, dude.
Because if you look at the last year, look where it started.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
And
That's
if I
it's
show
like, to be
you,
honest.
if I show you MGP in the last year, is even worse than Brown Foreman.
And there's no like consistency in going
No,
up. It's
there's
just
none,
none.
none. Everything looked like if literally a toddler decide, Daddy, I want to go down the stairs, about to go down. That's what it is. So those are two stock that I own personally that I believe in because I truly feel like if I'm gonna drink your shit, if I'm gonna buy your shit, if I'm gonna support your product, I'm gonna own part of it.
Yeah.
MTP and Brown Foreman are two things that I own, and I don't
Yeah.
own even A's. I own the B of Brown Foreman. I'm telling you right now. Oh, 3 weeks ago I was up 10% on Brown Foreman. Today I'm down
Oh yeah.
8%.
Today
So
is a bad is a I would say in the next couple of weeks is going to be a bad day to work at Wall Street.
in the last week, MGP have been down 6.7%. And in the last week, Brown Foreman as a company in the last week have been down 1.5% because Brown Foreman is big. So I'm not expecting that. But today the stock market looked like my first girlfriend periods. Just all over, just blasted red all around. It's like a murder scene. It's like crazy, right? Stock market looked like somebody just went through a rampage. It looks like
Oh
a
my god.
second episode of Kill Bill. That's literally what the stock market looked like today.
He said my first girlfriend's period. Oh my
It's
god.
it's it's, it's crazy. It's like it's disgusting. It's not even good looking. I don't even want to look at it. That's how bad it is.
Well,
So
the thing that I'm thinking about now is like, with the whiskey community is like, you know, uh
whoa, nuevo tequila. I need to talk to y'all. You need to reach out to me, I need you to send me a DM. I've been trying to talk to you for a year now, and I still
you
don't
got
have you. We need to chat. I just saw them on IG. Sorry,
yeah,
my
you're good.
my ADHD, ADHD just
ADHD.
went crazy. My immigrant threats is kicking in too. So,
Yes. Like
but
the one thing that
it's crazy. It's crazy.
the one thing I'm worried about now is like, especially like now with even in the community, is like barrel picks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I'm currently in one right now. So it's like the thing is like, you want to get that shit out now before, you know what I'm saying? And but now it's like with barrel picks, like I mean, those prices are going to go up. Like, so I mean,
Oh, yeah,
think
price
about
of
like,
barrels.
you know what I'm saying? Think about the Penelopes, like the American light whiskeys now that have gone. You know what I'm saying? Like those go for 100. Now think about what they're going to have to jack up now to, get those picks
Oh,
out now. So it's like, I mean, now the one thing that I will say as far as influencers go, I think the barrel picks are going to go up, or um, you're going to see less of them, but you might see more influencers getting more approached with getting more bottles now because now they want to get their name out there more and to get more people to buy. So it's like,
this is
I
what I would say is this is not the time to start a new brand.
no,
If
hell no.
you're thinking about a new brand, put it in the back burner.
If you're a small craft distillery right now, I'm sure that they're like kind of like, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but again, I mean, I don't. It's hard to predict like if stuff like this was ever going to happen, but at the same token, it's like I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I have this is my mentality. Like, I have enough whiskey here for a lifetime. Am I gonna be out running, buying shit left and right now? Fuck no. Like,
Now, am I gonna be talking to my high end client and tell them, just like the stock market, keep your money ready because deals are gonna be ready to be made? Yes,
yes,
but I'll be honest with you. We don't wish it. But if I die today, my daughter can have my whiskey collection, and her great grandkid will still have whiskey from what when I actually was alive. That's
same with my
how
kids.
much whiskey I have.
Same with my kids.
So let's be honest. We are none of us here. The average person is not running to go buy whiskey. I think we look forward more to the exciting part of finding something interesting and cool.
Yep.
And I think that's what make it more interesting. So like you want a Pappy 15, yeah. Those are things that you want on your bucket list so you can feel like you have something that, matters to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because I already have a 10-year. I want it because I really like the bottle, but I think I'd like it more is to be able to say that I actually got it in a store at a decent price. Um,
That's a
but
that's a wishful thinking.
but again, that's wishful thinking. But I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen a little bit more now.
Okay. All right.
I think
All right.
I
I'm
think it's
I'm
gonna.
I'm gonna be here if you're able to get it. We will talk about it on a show.
I think it's gonna happen a little bit more. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like flourishing, like you're going to walk into a store and you're going to see like, 15, 18 bottles of it, but I think you're going to probably see three or four. And, but that's just me. But like right now, like, and again, I'm talking as a single dad with three kids and travel sports, so like money is always a little bit tight with me,
Hmm.
but now, like, I mean, I guess if there's one thing that I can say, regardless if being in the whiskey community or not, I guess the one thing that I'm actually proud of right now is that I work remote, because I can't imagine what it's going to be like having to drive to work now, especially with gas and all the other shit right now. So like I'm happy with being remote right now. I'm happy being remote. He says you got 18
You
months
get you
before
get
that.
18 months before
Yeah,
that's
again,
gonna.
that's gonna happen at least. So
That is
stock
true.
up
That is
now.
true.
Get
That is
out there
true.
and
That
go
is also a
buy.
fact. That is also a fact. Thank you. Thank you, John. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you
But
always.
he's got a. I mean, but they have a point. Like,
He
you know what I'm
does have
saying?
a
It's like
point.
there's
He
no
does
point.
have a point.
There's no point to panic right now. I mean, eventually it is going to happen. And if they're talking about if the recession hits, if they're talking about that too, fuck, forget about it. But no, I would say like right now it's no, it's anyone's
I will
portfolio is
tell you
fucked.
this. I'll tell you this. I don't know, but for me at this point in time, I'm very observant. I'm very observant. I'm hoping we get to see. I want to see how this thing develop. At the end of the month, last week of April into the first week of May, I'll be in Scotland. So I'll come back and report on what I've seen, like in the duty free, like
Yeah.
what does that look like, and also um, we are going to see what that will look like. Uh, what do you call it? Want to make sure that we actually make sure that we. I'm gonna see what that looks like, and also on the on the UK market, I'm gonna look around. I'll be in the space side, so I'm gonna look
Yeah.
around and see what that market looks like, what the whiskey looks like, and we'll for sure see what's happening there as well. So I'll report on that. Um, so a lot of people are in our segment here of actual what I should change it to. A lot of people I posted today on my Twitter. I
Yes.
said, hey, I said today, tariffs are up, stocks are down. I need a drink. What have you needing a drink on this Monday? A lot of people actually said I'm keeping the general consensus is everybody's kind of keeping the opinion for themselves right now. A lot
Really?
of people don't want to start talking too soon. That's that's the general consensus right now. So I guess we're not gonna start talking too soon. We're just gonna wait. Everybody's saying they're waiting to see what happens, so I can't be mad at them or on that one. Uh, so if there's one thing you would drink on this Monday, what would you drink to actually make your pain less painful?
Something that's gonna hit hard. Man. Anything?
For me, I think the one thing I was looking forward to drink.
I was just I was just about to say that. I was just about to point out, I was just about to say Found North. Have you tried that, right?
I have not tried it yet.
Weren't you on you were in that
I
weren't
was
you
I
in
was in, but my sample came 3 days later.
bro, you have to try that right now. Like that bottle, it's gone. I killed it like the next day. That sample, dude, is it's like that release came out at the worst fucking possible time because it's like if you
Somebody
want
said
to get
we not drinking to cope with the chaos of our modern society.
you
Indeed, indeed. Uh,
that sample, dude, is
you know what?
phenomenal.
So for all the people who are here who don't know Fountain North
Oh,
actually is
dude.
a Canadian whiskey. Two brothers that created this whiskey. This is
Yeah,
the batch 11. If you're part of the Sealbacks Pro, it was on their. They did the lottery this weekend. So if you're able to get one, if you're not yet, check your email. Is on the Silbacks Pro. You can actually go in to get in the lottery to get this. This is an 18-year,
I still
a
have this one.
blend of 2018. Yeah. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I didn't get that one.
Yeah, I got that one.
So
Yeah, that
uh
18 is
2018 and is 64.9% ABV.
that
So
I wish I had that left.
right now it's It's I mean it's a blend of a lot of Canadian whiskey that were aged in ex bourbon cask. Um, there is a 23. I think the oldest, and this is a 24-year
Yeah.
old whiskey. It's a lot. So the grain ratio is
I'm guessing they love my choice.
is 91% corn, 8% rye, 1% malted barley, 129.8 proof. Let me
I
see.
think Nick said it best in that live or in that meeting that we had. It's basically like the guitar chord, the pitch, it just gets higher and higher in level. And it's like the levels just increase. And I, after trying that, I 100% agree with him.
The nose, the nose doesn't go as 130 proof, almost
No,
130
god
proof.
damn it. I wish I still had some of that left. 'Cause, damn. Yeah, I killed it that night. Yeah, that bottle. Yeah,
The
that
nose does not read like 129 at all.
no. Just but wait till you hit it. Like it comes in waves. Like ugh. I would say take your time on that one.
Hmm.
Lay it on me. Because I have their 17 year. I like their rye is fucking phenomenal. Like, what are you thinking?
That's very complex.
Dude, it's like a roller coaster, dude.
Holy
It's up
shit.
and down, up and down, up and down. Like, and it just doesn't stop.
The finish. The finish is crazy. A mix of clove, licorice, and like
Yep.
toffee.
I
Whoa.
don't think that I've had in 2025 yet a finish that does it the way that this has done it so far.
Correct. It is
Dude,
berserk.
it's I would say that's a great word for it. It's fucking it's insane. It's berserk. Like
Whoa.
it's intense. It's intense, but it's like a good intense.
Correct.
It's
It's like first date kiss.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the best way to describe it. It's like a first date kiss. It's intense, it's weird. You feel weird. You wonder if the whiskey feel the same way about you as you feel about it.
Oh yeah, it's like well, like you said, it's like asking a girl out for the first time. You're nervous, you're scared, you're excited,
Correct.
you're hot, you're cold. Like it's a wave.
Like, yeah, my chest is hot,
Yes,
my head is my hands are cold, my chest is hot. The top of my palate is like
it's a
confused
wave
as
of
hell.
emotions, but they're like a wave of positive emotions. Like
Wow.
yeah, dude, that
Oh, the nose get better. It blooms.
and the pricing point. I believe
Let
it
me
was
see.
going
Where's
for was
mine?
it 145? I thought
Yeah,
169.
169.
Me again, my
Yeah.
opinion, like that's worth
I
it.
need to add water to this
That's
to see how it goes. But
yeah, that
wow. Wow, wow,
told
wow,
you that's
wow.
got some shit. So as soon as it was funny, because as soon as
It
I tried
does.
it, I left my comment.
What's up, District of Bourbon? What's
Who was that?
happening?
Oh,
District of Bourbon, my man.
yeah.
Cool dude. If you don't follow District of Bourbon
I
on
think I yeah,
Instagram, follow
I
him.
think
He's
I
a
already
cool
do.
guy. He's a dude guy. He's a really good guy. Storm King Distillery. We need to have him on the show. They won an award at the World Whiskey Award. They make whiskey in Colorado, kind of new. So
Hmm.
we need to have him to talk to them to see what they're
Sure.
about. Um, what do you call it? We have about 6 minutes. We are going to introduce a new segment. We are talking about this, and we thought, we should introduce a new segment. Since we both are in the whiskey industry, we feel like the whiskey industry need a little bit of hard, where we drink hardcore whiskey, and we said the hard truth. This is the point where we actually, you can call it bitch about something, say something that we believe is very true about a subject, and we will let you decide if you believe this is just a hard truth or just two men just bitching about shit that doesn't go right. Uh, my hard truth of the day: there's too many backstabber in the whiskey industry. That's my hard truth of the day. Too many backstabbers, not enough people out there helping their brothers. That's my hard truth of the day. Uh, Everyone would trample on your favorite person would trample on you just to be able to get an opportunity. And some of your favorite quote unquote influencers or whiskey people are the worst to do it. They will literally, and if you hear and if you've been in the industry in the last 5 years, you know exactly what I'm talking about. People will trample on you. I cannot tell you how many time or how many people. I love this one.
You're still reading, yeah, about to send a cease
You
and
know what?
desist.
We'll take it. We'll take it. I'll take a cease and desist from hard truth. But yeah, the hard truth of the day is there's too many people trying to trample on other people to actually get an opportunity. It happened to me this year. There's two or three opportunities that I had, and somebody that I know um, got it. And I'm like, oh, okay. For me, the weirdest part about me is I'm always happy for others. So that's probably the problem with me. Yeah, that's the problem with me. I'm always too happy for people, and I'm like, I wonder how they actually got there, and that's because they have to talk shit about me to be able to get there. And I only heard about it because source insights are like, oh, this person came in and said they can do this better than you, so somebody believed them and they pushed you on the side for them. So I'm like, oh, okay.
So
But to be honest, we really need to stop the bullshit. We need to stop trying to climb on each other's head. When I came in this industry, I promised myself that my goal is always to succeed and help everybody else behind me or
facts.
next to me also find a way. I will never hold information. I will never withhold information. People reach out to me all the time, like, "Hey, I want to do this. Can you do it?" I'm like, I'm not the qualified. Look at that guy. He can do it better than me because
Yeah.
I don't care.
See, like the one thing, like so there's three things that I'll quote. Number one, DMX is trust a snake to be a snake. Regardless, a snake is gonna bite you regardless. Now, I'm generally a nice guy. I'll give you the shit off my back. Like you need help with something, I'm there. Like Jackie, I will help you in the best way that I know that I can. I can put in my word in. It's up to them to say yes or no. The one thing that I think that, and I know in the community, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine. And I'll quote Eminem, like people can voice their opinions about me. They can say whatever the fuck they want, and that's fine. But now that gives me the right to say whatever the fuck I want about you right now. So it's like, if you're going to come at me and if you're going to talk shit to me, then you better bring lunch because it's going to be a fucking long day for you if I'm going to let you, man or woman, particularly one woman, I'm not going to say her name, I'm going to let you talk shit about me and you think that I'm not going to fucking come at you full force, bitch, fuck off. Because I don't, like, I'm not, no, like, I've worked too goddamn hard to get where I'm at, and there's just no fucking way. So it's like, I got DMs up the fucking ass. So it's like, if you want to come at me, like, and the thing is about this community is everybody talks. Everybody talks. So sooner or later, drama is going to get right back over to you.
Correct.
Um, and then like number three, it's like, I'll quote Bernie Mac, like, hey, I hustle and got mine. You better fucking hustle and get yours. So it's like, at the end of the day, I think there's just too many people that are worried about what other people are doing, and people just need to focus on what the fuck they should be doing.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why it's like with me, like I'm focusing on me. Like I got my goals, I got my opportunities that I want to go to. So it's like after that, it's like you want to come at me, then let's go. But I'm not gonna apologize for the repercussions that are gonna happen afterwards.
I hear you. I hear that of the hard truth.
Our truth.
Alpha Hoss, thank you for the comment. Being happy for people is a blessing. It is indeed. That's how I feel. Jack Daniel 14. I was able to actually get on the tasting. I got a bottle that as part of the tasting. I've tried it. I hate to say it, but it's phenomenal. Uh, and I don't know how allocation is gonna be about the Jack 14, but I feel like that's gonna be the bottle that people are gonna fight about this year. It's gonna be the bottle that everybody's gonna fight about. Is a Jack 14. Yeah, indeed.
I want to get that bottle so bad, but
The
it'll be
14.
hard.
I think the one thing you need to know is whomever get the barrels of Jack every year. That's the guy. That's the store you want to talk to.
Yep.
They'll get you a 14.
Yep.
That's that's my priority. That's how it's gonna be. But
I'm not picky. I'll wait. My time will come.
I mean, I can always send you a sample so you can try it.
Now, I need to get the bottle in
You need to
hand.
hold. You need to hold the bottle in your head so
I
you
need
feel.
I
You feel,
need
you
I
feel
need to hold it.
you need
I'm
to
still
hold it.
kicking myself. Yeah, I'm still kicking myself in the ass when I didn't jump on those Jack Daniel special releases. So
Dude,
yeah,
that's what got me into rye. It's that Jack Daniel rye, and I literally, and I like it was end of COVID. I bought like three of them, and they were still 79.99 then. So
yeah.
anyway, for all of you guys here, just know we appreciate you. This weekend, I passed my, like I said, my dad passed away 2 weeks ago, and I had to take a moment. This weekend, I was supposed Saturday, I was supposed to be doing the drawing for the Irish whiskey gift, and guess what? I spent the rest of my evening crying because I smelled some cigars, and I got very emotional, and I cried myself to sleep because grief sneak up on you in the worst way possible. So I'm gonna try my best to reschedule that so I can send you all this Irish whiskey thing. Maybe we'll do it on one of the Monday shows, so it'll be much easier. But I
There we
want to
go.
make sure you know that I did have you in mind. And apparently, I don't know if you've seen this, but he came in Total Wine and disappearing quickly. So for Total Wine people, just know. Um, I want to take a moment and really, really thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. You guys on the internet are the first person to hear it. I'm gonna make an official announcement later on by my dad, and but just wanted everyone, including you, Lewis, that sent me a text. You know, just was here, and you know,
I got
um,
you, bro.
Will is the same way. I appreciate every single one of y'all for all you're doing. Yeah, I'm preparing. It's going to take me a
Yeah.
month and a half, and in June I'll be gone in Africa for about a month to go take care of all. I'm the oldest of the house, and in Africa, all that means that all the weight falls on your shoulders. So, thank you all again for undying love and support. Louis and I are very, very grateful for you being here, chatting with us, talking with us. We know it's going to take a journey for us to be here, to actually gain your trust and actually have things. We have a few guests that we had to push away, so we'll make sure we schedule them. One of them is Old Commonwealth. I really want you guys to hear the story of the old Pappy and the new Pappy that's coming on the market. So I really, really, really want you guys
Yep.
to actually hear the story. We have him here just to actually tell you what's happening with them. If you don't follow Lewis, make sure you follow him on Instagram or TikTok. Is Bourbon Steals Miles Mills is 79. You make
I
sure you
suck. You don't have to follow me.
Yeah, you can follow him. And me is simple. It's very simple. It's Hood Sommelier on all the website Hood Sommelier on YouTube and TikTok. If you're not a YouTube fan here, make sure you become a YouTube fan. And if you're not a Patreon, make sure you become a Patreon so we can actually have you. Remember, all the Patreon, if you do any drawing, are getting double entries on all the things that we do or any contest that we put up. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate every single one of you being here. Thank you for the kind words. Appreciate every single one of you that is here. Thank you so much, District of Bourbon, Bearded Bourbon and Smoke. Thank you so much for the kind words. Appreciate every single one of you, and we'll see you next Monday. And if you have any question, you have anything, make sure you reach out to us. But right now, I'm gonna enjoy this Found North 18 years. You need to. He has 23-year Canadian whiskey, and if you never had it, that's how
Get
we
it.
end the show. You need to make sure you actually go on Sealbacks and sign up for the lottery, and hopefully you'll get it.